Hey everyone, my name is Larry Edwards. I'm a Muscle Farm athlete. Today I'm going to take you through a shoulder workout. The goal of this workout is to really focus and stimulate the shoulders as much as possible. We don't want to stay all day in the gym. We want to just hit the shoulders, all the heads really quick, really fast. A lot of intensity, a lot of reps. This shoulder workout shouldn't take you any more than about 45 to 60 minutes. All right, everybody, let's get after it. So we're gonna start with seated Smith machine military press. We're gonna do 6 sets, descending reps starting at 25. Then we're gonna drop to 20 reps. We're gonna do 2 sets at 15 reps, and we're gonna do 2 sets at 12 reps. The purpose of why I like to do this kind of drop, this isn't 6 sets. This is really like one major set where you're doing a rapid drop from each set. So you don't wanna take a minute between each set. You want to take 30 seconds, 20 seconds between each set. The goal of this isn't to use a lot of weight, it's just to use light weight and get a lot of blood into the muscles in a really short amount of time. Next exercise that we're going to do are champagne curls. These are much like the military press. We're going to do a triple drop set here. We're going to start with 20 reps, we're going to then go to 15 reps, and then we're going to go 12 reps. It's a staple in my shoulder workout. It's very much like the lateral raise, although you can go a little heavier. You can cheat a little bit if you need to. Really focus at the top of the movement, really focus on that contraction, and imagine that you're pouring out champagne bottles with both hands. When you begin this exercise, you want to have your weights selected. What I like to do is I usually pick a weight that's a moderate weight, and from there, I'll drop 5 pounds for every set. For example, if I start with the 35s, my second drop set is going to be with the 30s, and then my third and final drop set will be with the 25s. The rest that you want to take in between each set is probably about 90 seconds. You want to keep the intensity really high. You want to keep your heart rate high, and that's why it's important that you choose a weight that's not too heavy. The next exercise is front raise. Here we're gonna do 4 sets. We're gonna do a triple drop. Again, choosing your weight wisely. You don't wanna go too heavy, not too light. I usually drop by 5-pound increments when I do my front raises. So these front raises we're gonna do alternating. The rep range, we're gonna do 20 reps, then 15 reps, and then the third set will be 15 reps also. It's just high volume, high intensity. On these, you can choose to supinate your grip if you want. I like to choose a neutral grip, and the object here is to try to keep your arm as straight as possible and get that weight out as far away from your body as possible. The next exercise we're doing is machine shoulder press. We're gonna do 4 sets, starting at 20 reps, 15 reps, 15 reps, and then 12 reps for the last set. So we're kind of transitioning to the machine at this point in the workout just because the muscles are more fatigued. When the muscles are more fatigued, you can kind of get out of alignment as far as your form. Really want to keep your form in check, especially when we're this fatigued in our workout. So the next exercise, we're going to focus on the rear delt. So we're going to do a bent over rear cable pull. And we're going to do 4 sets, keep it at 15. You want to keep the weight really light. One of the things that I like to try to keep in mind is try to pull the weight away from my body, almost more towards my ear. Really focuses that contraction on the rear delt. I really enjoy doing the single arm rear delt cable over some of the machines just because you have a little bit more of a range of motion. And for me personally, I can get that contraction a little better by just tweaking the angle, which really focuses that contraction on that rear delt. Now we're gonna move over to a rear delt machine. Really focusing again on those rear delts. This time we'll be doing both rear delts at the same time. You'll really be able to squeeze that contraction. Again, on this one, you really want to try to emulate your elbows going higher opposed to them coming lower. The lower you pull your arms, you're going to get those lats involved. You want to try to keep your elbows as high as possible and just simulate kind of pulling your elbows closer to your ears opposed to your back like a normal row. The next exercise and the final exercise we're going to do is face pulls. We're going to keep this at 3 sets, 15 reps for each set. Kind of the key here that I like to keep in mind is I like to get the adjustment set just a little lower than my chest. So when I'm pulling the rope towards my face, it's coming at an upward motion, which again, it keeps your lats out of it. It really focuses the contraction on those rear delts. I like to do this exercise with the longer rope because it gives you enough room to really get that contraction. You really get your wrists and your hands kind of behind your head, and if you can, try to hold it for a second there, really feel that contraction. You don't want to race with this exercise. You don't want to go too fast. So the lighter is the better, slower is better, and really focus on that contraction once you're locked in that position. So that's the end of the shoulder workout. Your shoulders should be pumped. You should have had a really high intensity workout. You should have kept your heart rate really high. When it comes to how many times you should perform these exercises a week, I really recommend just listening to your body. But 1 to 2 times a week, depending if your shoulders are a lagging body part, should be more than enough. The full breakdown for this workout is detailed down below on Bodybuilding.com. If you have any questions about this workout, you can find me on Instagram at LarryBrad. For more free articles and videos from athletes like me, come back to Bodybuilding.com. Click subscribe.